What's up? What's the word?
Y'all ready for our next guest?
Let's do it.
Y'all ready?
Our next guest. He hail from Chicago.
He hail.
I was watching the Kings of Comedy the other day, and you know how they were doing everybody intro. But since that wasn't cool, I'm gonna just bring him up. Asar.
You not funny.
Give it up for Asar,
Come on,
y'all.
Asar.
Give it up. Give
y'all
it
make
up.
some noise for Asar.
Yeah.
Okay, watch yourself now. Okay.
What up, Playboy? What's good? What's good?
I'll be like, boy, get up. What is you doing? Asar, what up?
Feeling. My fault. Let me get this from.
You been out here
Moving
ruling Chicago, dropping some hot music.
I appreciate it.
How's it feel?
It's been dope. It's been dope to.
Speak to Mike, brother.
For sure. It's been dope just to be able to share my art and for people to appreciate it the way they have been because we put a lot of time and effort into it. So it's been a great time.
That's what's up.
You're like hands down probably one of
The most talented
artists that we have in the city right now. And that's just to see your growth and something like when I first met you 3 years ago and just seeing like just seeing you sell out shows and like people knowing the words to like all your like saying your lyrics. So people randomly coming up to me like, yo, why y'all ain't rocking with Asar? Or why Asar not on y'all list? Like just to see that growth in you is just crazy to me. And I think a while back, didn't Timberland replay your music like twice?
For sure. He did. It's actually crazy. He has this thing he does on TikTok where you can submit music for him to just kind of review, tell you what he think. And the first time I submitted the music and he was like head over heels on it. It was dope. I came back like 2 weeks later and just was scrolling through TikTok and he was on live again. And as I'm scrolling, I see he's on live and I listen. I was like, oh, he's playing this as the intro this time.
Yes.
Like,
So he really liked it.
Yeah, he really rocked with the song. So
Right.
that was a really, really dope experience. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Timberland.
OG.
Timbo.
Crazy.
The OG.
It's crazy.
If I asked you probably like who inspired your style of music or what is your inspiration on the whole in that music lane?
Yeah, I think I pulled from a few different places. First and foremost, I think my biggest inspiration actually came from the gospel because growing up, that's all I was allowed to listen to.
Well,
Me too. I feel it.
Yeah, but my earliest kind of introduction to hip hop came via like Kanye, Talib Kweli, Common. Common is my favorite rapper still to current day.
that's good. OG.
And as I kind of developed my own taste in music, we move on to like the Coles, the Kendricks.
Okay.
Just people who I think pull from like soul and have like a real deep meaning to their music.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that. So you coming from that a gospel side? You're not a gospel rapper? Why didn't you just go straight there?
For sure. I think gospel rap is like very niche and also not
It is very
necessarily.
niche.
Yeah, it's not my bag. I feel like I just speak from my perspective of my life.
Gotcha.
You know, I think my influences definitely shine through. Me being Christian, like you'll hear those influences in my music, but definitely not like strictly gospel rap.
Gotcha.
Because you don't curse on none of your records, right?
Not at all.
That's
As
good.
you
That's
should.
different. That stands out. No murder, kill.
No, I don't got one of those in my bag.
Right. That's good.
Have you ever felt like pressured a little bit to be like, maybe I should switch it up to kind of like not even get ahead, but just kind of be more mainstream, get with the wave or get with the times? It's like music keeps changing.
Yeah. I won't say that I've ever felt like I've had to, but I have felt that people have wanted me to, right? But in addition to just me being grounded in my own belief in myself and my faith, etc., one of the biggest affirmations for me early on in my career was when I worked with Wyclef Jean. Wyclef has been a mentor of mine for a long time, and when we first got introduced, there was a song that he wanted me on for his album. And when he originally sent it, it was cursing on it. With me in collaboration, any collaboration I do, I don't want cursing on it because I don't curse either, and I don't think it depicts like my artistry. So having to tell Wyclef Jean at that time, like, hey, I'm not comfortable with this.
Did you pray before you told?
Of course I did.
What?
Of course I did. And I wasn't comfortable with it. I didn't want to do it because it was a big opportunity, but it was like, you stand for something, you fall for anything. So if this is making you uncomfortable, you say something. I said something to him, and there was no like restraint. He was like, I feel you, I'll change it. My father was a preacher, like that's where my name comes from, blah, blah, blah. And just being able to do that early on made it so that I don't ever have a problem sticking to that. Forward. Yeah.
What kind of curse words was these? These was like Wyclef Jean was. What was he on? He was MFing it and
it wasn't even
Wyclef
nothing.
Jean.
Yeah, it wasn't even nothing too crazy.
Oh, okay.
That's not even Wyclef's bag, but it was there, and I still felt like I had to say something.
No doubt.
So if the curse word if it's one of the curse words that's in the Bible, do you still consider it a curse word?
I do, because it's all about context and how you're using it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. I do love that you out here telling women not to date rappers.
Telling people the truth.
And I'm still waiting on my hat.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, thank you.
We just put in another order too. I got
Thank you. So where did this Don't Date Rappers movement come from?
I felt like, if I have this platform, right, where people are listening to me, I feel like I should spread the truth.
Spread the
truth. You know what I'm saying? Spread a message that I feel like the world should hear. And so that's how Don't Date Rappers came about. It was a song on my album that I kind of made as like satire in some ways. But I just thought it was very funny also.
You're a troll.
Yeah, that's my bag. Yeah.
It's like, I am a rapper.
I love it though.
So since we talking about since we know you're gonna spread the truth, what's the truth about Nike and Air Max sneakers?
Air Maxes are very versatile. Like, I think there's an Air Max for everybody, depending on what you're looking for. I think they fit a whole wide range of demographics, and you can really get fresh in them. Like, I know my favorite. Am I skipping ahead?
No, do your thing.
Okay, my favorite Air Max personally have always been like the Air Max 95s, or more recently the Air Max Plus. I had a pair of black and gold Air Max Plus that somebody actually stole from me on a trip to New York.
They stole?
They stole them.
That's crazy.
I ain't gonna put nobody on blast, but I left them
Look, he like, that's a sad story.
You know what I'm saying?
My heart.
I left them
Not off your feet or nothing like that.
No.
Right.
No. But
you weren't robbed.
No, not like that.
Right.
I left them at a homie's crib and then
Never saw him again.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So
That's
understood.
tough.
but yeah, sad
That's
story.
still your homie?
What's the next question?
Right.
Okay. All I needed to know.
How does sneakers and music coexist together?
That's a great question. I think that they've always kind of been in tandem because they're both ways of expression. Like, I think
definitely
fashion and music have always been, especially in like black culture, the ways that we express ourselves. And I think that your shoes make a statement. You know what I'm saying?
Shoes say everything.
Yeah.
Because before we had cars, we had shoes.
It's real.
Am I lying?
That's the truth.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No, I like that though.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, I know for me, like if I'm leaving out my house and I know that my shoes not right, or I feel like my shoes a little off, I feel like my entire day is off.
That's real.
Man.
And I feel like people looking at me like, why she wear that?
It just throw off the whole vibe.
Well, what's your favorite question? What's your favorite shooter run errands in?
I'm gonna say like some older, those Air Max that BREE said that was probably in the closet.
Yeah.
Kind of put them on. Sometimes you step on the back, depending on how wild you, the mood you're in. Yeah,
For sure.
Honestly, I run errands in my Pandas. That's probably my favorite shoe right now, my Pandas. I've been loving on my Pandas for a while.
Okay.
That's real. For me, it's probably literally the dunks I have on right now. I know a lot of people, the thing now is the low top joints. I really love high top dunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably these.
Okay. Me, it would probably be Vapor Max, or I'm going to say 95s, because I think they comfortable to me, and then I could throw them on, and it still had a fashion look to it. So them was 95s.
You love them 95. Nike, can we get him a pair of 95s?
So what does your 2024 look like, man?
Just a lot of building. I think we are focused on pushing this album that I dropped toward the end of last year called I Now Know. Incredible project. We got some shows coming for it. Some experimental joints that I think are going to be real fun for the city.
What
honestly.
you mean by experimental?
I'm looking to build worlds with everything that I do, right? Like, I think the project in itself caught a really, really great buzz around it. I think the show should encapsulate the project in a way that you can't experience it just by listening to it. So that's bringing people into the world and the space that I was in while I was creating it. I think it's going to be very theatric. I want to bring some special guests out.
Okay. Collaboration, that's dope.
Yeah. I think it's just going to be a really dope time. I'm very excited for
That's
it.
what's up.
Yeah.
And make sure y'all come out April 12th.
April 12th.
We doing a show with this young man.
Right.
Yes,
What's
sir.
April 12th? What's April
Chicago
12th?
State. Chicago State having a show, but it's a free show, actually. I'm really excited about that. I'm going to have my band with me. So we're going to be doing a lot of songs from the album just as like a live set.
Dope.
It's going to be fire.
I'm hosting.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chicago State, man.
Yeah, we're doing something big.
All right,
over there, man. Nah, man, shout out to DTLR, Nike, Air Max, man. Everybody, give them a round of applause, man, for putting this together, man.
Yes, thank y'all.
And make sure y'all follow the DTLR Lifestyle, DTLR Radio. What's the word? Ausar, was Ausar Music?
Ausar Music.
BREE Specific.
Dave Jeff, DAVEJEFF.
Okay.
And make sure y'all locked
You
in
need
for
a podcast.
for the next week for all these dope events that DTLR is putting on for Chicago, just putting on the city with Nike and with Air Max. And make sure when you
Grab
drop,
Word and DTLR.
Yes.
and we out.
Hey. What's up? What's